I came back today from my 6-week checkup for my hysterectomy surgery. I don't know if I explained it to you guys, but I had a hysterectomy where I had my cervix removed, my tubes, and my cervix. So I wanted my cervix removed due to the fact that I wanted to do it as a precaution, as because my family has a high history of cancer. So, with that being said, the doctor said everything looked great. Everything is healed up properly. I can resume normal activities such as exercising, swimming, sitting in tub baths, everything. And I'm excited about that because I'm trying to lose weight. So I felt like walking wasn't enough. So he also did tell me to, everything was fine. And he told me to wait to have sex for about 2 to 3 weeks. I cannot stress that enough because I have heard horror stories from other women talking about how they couldn't wait or they wanted to try and just have sex, and it was horrible. So I would say that I'm going to wait. I've seen enough of hospitals. I don't want to go back in and have him fix something or possibly think something needs to be fixed. I did have some issues, however, with my incision. There was one incision that was not healing as fast as the other ones, but that has healed up. Everything is fine with that. Thank goodness there was no problems with infection. There was no problems with me having to have a hospital stay or wound packing. So that one is good. Also, I asked things if there was something I should watch out for, look out for. He was like, no. One thing he did stress to me, and I don't know if anybody was ever wondering that, but after hysterectomy, I did make the comment, okay, so we're done. And he was like, no, you still need to come back for your annuals, but you won't need a pap smear because there is no cervix there. So to explain the surgery, once your cervix is removed, you have now what is considered a vaginal cuff where they sew the top of your vagina because there is no cervix there. So, and that's another reason why you can't have sex until the doctor says so, because there's a risk of that tearing, or there is a risk of you tearing your stitches. So if that happens, oh, and that's another reason why they tell you not to lift anything, because you can do that as well. So in the event, if you do not follow doctor's orders, if you had it laparoscopically, now you're going to get cut open, and then they have to go in like a C-section and stitch you back up. So please don't do that. Another thing is I get a lot of, how do you feel? In the beginning, I felt like not necessarily less of a woman because your reproductive organs are now gone. But I did feel like, okay, if that makes me a woman, so what now? But I had to get out of that mindset because when I thought about the times that I couldn't wear white pants, or I thought about the times where I've been asked to go to the beach, or I have to go to the grocery store and have to pack a bag, or have to pack extra pads, underwear, extra set of pants. Now I'm like, okay, this is why I had to do this. So I can have a better quality of life, so I can enjoy my children, enjoy my family. That's why I think at this point I feel good. I haven't worn a dress in a long time. This is the dress that I had on today. I haven't worn a dress in a long time. I haven't worn colors. Everything in my wardrobe was black. Now I'm excited to wear colors. I'm excited to wear my favorite color, purple and white, without worrying about any issues. So if this is something that you want to do, I recommend it because it will make you feel better. It will take away your problems, whatever is bothering you, the cramps, whatever. However, I will say that I've heard from other women that it does not cure endometriosis. The pain is still there. Sometimes you still have certain issues. So, but talk to your doctor about that. I'm not a physician. I haven't had endometriosis. However, I have had problems that leaded me to up to this point to get this surgery done. A little bit of history real quick. I started my period at 10. I've always had issues where I would be on my cycle, start my cycle maybe 1 to 2, 3 times a month. I had to have 2 blood transfusions as a child, 1 as a child and 1 as a teenager due to the bleeding. My uterus was enlarged. I had issues with ovarian cysts. So I'm hoping that this will help. So far, I feel good. I feel like a new person. The sadness or the mourning has gone, I guess. It does hit you and punch you in the gut because that's something that will help you have a baby, and it's not something that you can do anymore. So I would say to people who are struggling with this, just keep a mindset as to why you chose to make this decision and why you had to do it. There are people who will be insensitive. There are people who will also not know what to say, and they don't know any better, so they don't mean any harm. And I've even had a situation where someone has said to me, well, are you sure you want to get this done? You won't be able to have any more kids. And I said, well, you know what? You can get a dog. Do not say that to anybody. A baby is not a dog, okay? You can't replace a human being with a pet. But just try to talk to people who have been through it or are going through it and build a support team. I belong to an awesome group on Facebook who is called the Hysterectomy Sisters. I'm probably saying it wrong, but I'll post the description and the link to the to the group in the description below. And I'll also try to take a snapshot of it so you'll know what you're looking at and where you're going. But just try to think about what you're gaining from this and how happier you'll be and how what you'll experience afterwards. Do not think of it as a negative. Try to think of it as a positive and think about all of the things that you'll be able to do once you're not in pain, once you're not bleeding a lot. And don't listen to people who have not had this done. Every woman is different. We can all have the same surgeries. Every woman will have different symptoms. Every woman will have a different outcome. There have been women who have had the same thing that I have had or have done the same thing that I have done regarding the surgery, and they've had totally different outcomes or they've had totally different symptoms before or afterwards. So try not to let that scare you or discourage you or make you feel like, oh my God, I don't know if it's the right decision because that's going to happen to me or this happened to her, so I don't know if I want to get that done. Just do what's best for you. Talk to your physician, talk to a nurse, talk to somebody, a close friend who you know you can trust, and everything will work out. It's not an easy recovery. It's not. Every woman is different. I was always like, I have a high tolerance of pain. I'm going to be able to do this. I'm going to be able to do that. And it knocked me on my butt. Like I had to listen to my body and say, okay, you've done enough for today. Or, okay, this is not getting done today. Your recovery time is for 8 weeks. So if you have a partner, if you have children, if you have friends, try to explain to them, this is not me getting my tooth pulled where I can just walk out and then cook dinner. This is something that you're going to need downtime for. And if you can't do it, leave it alone. It'll be there when you get healed. It'll be there when you're feeling better. If you do not have a support system, try to look for one, or just try to prepare yourself ahead of time, like with laundry, cleaning, cooking, anything that you can possibly do. What I am working on is maybe like a support team here in Maryland, where we can have a group of women to go to these women's houses and say, hey, here's a meal for the rest of the week, or hey, here's laundry done. Don't worry about it. Or just sit with your kids for a couple of hours, because that can be hectic too when you're tired or you're on pain meds, or have like a driving service or Lyft coupons where these women can go to their doctor's appointments and not have to worry about finding a way to get there, or finding a way to get them to the hospital if there is a complication and they're unable to. So I'm gonna post more videos on this. I'm just starting out this YouTube thing, video blogging, but I am going to be documenting more. I am going to be answering questions if anyone has any. So just stay tuned, hit the subscribe button, like it. I hope you like it. If not, I'm sorry. I don't know what to say, but I don't know. But thanks for listening, and stay tuned. Bye.
Little bird, don't be scared to spread your wings.